Hey everybody, welcome back here to my channel and today to another episode of the Showcase Diorama Challenge, this time showcasing the month of April. Before I get into today's entries, I just want to let you all know that I am now on Patreon. There's a link down below. You can come there and support me and you'll get early access to all my videos, also some previews and updates of things that are going on, and I'm going to do little polls and things there as well. That costs as little as €3 a month just to support me. And also while you're here, don't forget to click the subscribe button. My YouTube analytics have let me know that 48% of you do not subscribe to my channel that watch my videos, so it would be great help if you could all give me a thumbs up and give me a subscribe. So this month we had a whopping 20 entries, 21 including my own. So I'm going to have to do this video a little bit differently. So the first 10 entries I'm just going to show you quickly, and then I'm going to do a top 10, and within that top 10 I'm going to show you the first, second and third spots, and then on the end of the video I will show you what I did with the map if you haven't seen already from my other videos, and also I'll show you what we have in store for the next month. Also guys, this month is actually the 1-year anniversary of the Diorama Challenge. This started a whole year ago. It was just something I thought of while I was bored in a corona lockdown. I thought, hey, it'd be cool if we did like a little challenge where I built a coaster and everyone has to theme it. And we had a few entries on the first map. The first map was massive, so props to those people who did that map. And here we are a year later, so thank you to everybody that has been participating and being a part of the community and chatting on Discord about the builds. I really do look forward to doing it every month. I think it's really exciting and also a great way to improve your building skills in this game. Something a little new, I've put a little sticker on any builder that has won previously, so you can see which builders have previously won this challenge. So that would be really, really cool. So let's get into today's entries. Please don't take anything I say to heart, any criticisms or anything. I love that everyone takes part and everyone puts all their time and effort into building. It's great, I really like it. So let's get into the entries. So first up, I have a gift. This is Happy Anniversary by TO10, and yeah, he's a great mod builder actually. He actually went ahead and made this parcel for me, a little gift, just to say thank you. We have been doing this now for 1 whole year of doing these Diorama Challenge. I can't believe it. And yeah, so this is my little like thank you gift, I guess. Inside it's full of packing peanuts, and if you want to go and take the time, you can rummage through those packing peanuts, and there is actually a hidden Pingu in there somewhere, the little penguin. He's hanging in there somewhere, so go ahead and have a little look for that one. So next up we have London's Central by T Mackie. This is a nice little London diorama. We have Big Ben there in the middle, as you can see, and we've got the coaster kind of dipping in and out of the buildings and things. We've got some water. I would like to have seen the depot covered up a little bit more. And also you did attempt to do some custom supports, which I really appreciate. You did it in one area though, so it would have been cool if you did it on the whole thing, but I appreciated that you gave it a go, and this is a great little build. I really like it. A little bit green for London, but it's a great entry. Next up here we have Factory for Fun by Dennis. This was very similar to my map actually, just kind of went for a pretty park, but except with a factory in the middle. I like the custom support work that you did on the main lift and the drop over the water. I think that looks really, really good, but I would like to have seen you continue those supports onto the rest of the coaster. But I think it's a very pretty map. I love the water on the front there, some of the path work, the roundness that you've got going on, and some of the foliage is great. The top spin flat ride's a bit random there in the car park, and the colours are a bit simple, but overall I really like the map. So next up here we have Blaze Town by Telly. This was a really nice little map, really pretty, I really liked it. So basically this is a town, it is on fire, and there's been like firefighters sent out to put out all those flames. It's really nice. I like a good map with a little story, so that's nice to see. We got the depot covered up there by a church, which I think looks really, really nice. There's some really nice buildings and really nice little details and touches in this map. It's a little bit more on the simpler side, but I really, really like it. I think you did a great job. Can't wait to see more from you as well in the future. So next up we have Howling Gears by Pure. This map was a little bit more on the simpler side. I would like to have seen some foliage in there. I really appreciate that you did some like custom structure work on the lift hill, but that would have been nice to have seen continued on for the rest of the coaster. And I found that some of the buildings were a little bit random and lacked some detail. But the idea was there, I could see what you were going for. There are some gear props in there as well to really add to that gear theme that you wanted. Just a little bit more foliage and some lighting would have really helped this map out for you, but thanks for sending that one in to me. Next up here we have a collaboration build. This is The Islands. Now this was a really nice map, similar to something that Sadie's done in the past, but I really liked it. I do prefer the left side to the right side. I think the volcano is great, but I just think the go-kart track and the things at the bottom of it are a little bit random. But overall, I really like it. I like the color of the track. I like the support work that you've done. The foliage is great. I do think the water could have been a bit more bluer for like a tropical island. But the overall thing is really, really nice put together. I like the little buildings and things as well that you've got hidden in there. So that's a great build. Next up here, we have City of Fool's Gold. This was a nice map. It had some really interesting custom supports on this one. They were made out of square beams, so that's something different, something that we haven't seen. So that was really, really nice. I like the effort that you put into that. I just felt like there was too many colors in this map. It was just a lot going on. I didn't really know where to look. So maybe having like a color palette might have worked out a little bit better. But I really like it. It's really, really great. We've got like a Mexican type adventure feel going on. And I think you nailed it with all the supports and everything. So great job. So next up here we have another collaboration build. This is SS Wildwood, and as you can see, this is an aircraft carrier. That's a really cool original idea. Haven't seen anybody do that before. I think what kind of maybe hindered you here was building on the diagonal. It can be very difficult, and so doing like a ship on the diagonal in this game, I can imagine was a little bit tricky. But we've got some cool flat rides there that are themed in to kind of be in the boat, and the coaster is actually like a plane taking off from this aircraft carrier. So I really like the idea. It's really, really cool, really original, and thank you for sending that one in to me. Next up, we have a map I really love. This is actually going to be an honorable mention today. This is Parking Lot of America, and this just proves to you that sometimes doing simple is actually better. I just think it's really, really great. It just looks like a Six Flags park with the coaster kind of coming out into the car park and having some very basic but a very effective theming. I really, really like it. The custom support work is on point, and it just looks great. I think you did a great job. I really like it. And also, props to you for building this one in like the last 2 days of the month. So yeah, great build from you. So next up here today, we have another honorable mention. This is Takeover. I absolutely love this map. I think it's been put together really, really well. I love the layout of it. It's got a great flow. I love the color palette. We've got the pink in the buildings that go really well with the blue track and those red rocks at the back. The rock work is fantastic. The buildings have some great detail. I believe this is like a Korean city because there was some Korean writing on it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just think the buildings are nice, and I love the tower building with the frame around it. And also the custom supports were really good as well. I really appreciate what you did. So now moving on to the top 10, which I will show you the nighttime as well. This is a beautiful map called Galapagos. I think it's Greek, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a really pretty map. I love the colors and everything. We've got these burnt yellows with these dark purple supports. The support work is absolutely on point for this, and also the lift hill and all the catwalks and everything has been done really, really well. The buildings are really, really pretty. In the back corner there, we have this really nice greenhouse building which has plants all in the roof. If you get a chance to download it and have a closer look, please do. And inside that building, there is actually a dark ride which just fits really nicely in there. So I love all the composition of this map. Everything's been laid out really, really well. We've got some really nice buildings around the edge that really match into the theme and everything. I think it's a really pretty map and a really job well done. Nighttime is also very pretty as well. We've got some really nice warm lighting going on. And it really captures this atmosphere, this map, and I just think you did a fantastic job. So thank you for sending that one in to me. Next up, we have Total Recall by Jod23. This is obviously based on the movie, the original being an absolute classic. I do like the remake as well. This is like a cyberpunk feel, very similar to what Studio KV built with his concrete jungle map, but I really like it. This map is very busy, there's lots going on, there's flat rides which were themed to different things to do with the movie. There's lots of Easter eggs in this map as well. If you're into like sci-fi films like Fifth Element and Back to the Future, those kind of things, there's little things in there that you can find to do with those. It's a very busy map, there's lots going on and there's lots to see. I like the custom support work that you did as well, and I like the laser things you've got going on the lift hill support, so that was cool. Yeah, so this is definitely a nighttime map, something you need to look at nighttime, so we'll show you that in a second. And so I'm going to give this one the Best Lighting Award this month, just because it is really cool at nighttime, so much to see, so much colour. And all the neon lights and all the signs and everything that's been lit up are really, really cool. So I can really appreciate all the effort in there. It definitely looks like a cyberpunk city. So next up here we have a map called Asgard by Southside Hitman. This is a Scandinavian style theme park. It's really, really great. And I have to say the supports on this are really fantastic. If you zoom in, every footer for the supports has bolts and everything. So I can really appreciate that kind of detail work. I really, really love it. We have a lot going on. It's a very, very, very busy map. And so we got a log flume in there. We've got a few flat rides. There's a drop tower. I think the focal point of the drop on the log flume works really well with the coaster, so I think that's a nice position that you put that in. The composition of the map's quite nice. It's just very busy. I didn't know where to look first, so that's the only thing kind of I had to say about it. But I really like all the details, all the buildings are great, everything's tied in very nicely. And we've even got like a little snowy mountain there in the corner. I'll just show you at nighttime now, just so you can get a kind of an idea of how it looks. We've got some nice warm lighting going on there, some kind of lanterns and that placed around the park, which give the pathwork a nice glow. So I really like that. Next up here, we have Death Valley. This is based on Mad Max. Now, doing a desert theme is very hard because you can't really use that much foliage, and foliage is like a lifesaver sometimes for filling in gaps. So I can really appreciate all the detail that you've put into this one. There's a lot going on. It's great. I love the color palette. I think having a color palette can really help you out with building a map, so it's definitely something to take on board. I love all these rustic colors. I think they work out really well. The support work as well is stellar. I think it looks fantastic. This actually has the biggest piece count this month of 25,792 pieces in the map, so that's a whopping amount. It's really cool, got some flat rides in there, other little buildings and different details that are really cool. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's a great map. Let's just have a quick look here at nighttime so you can kind of see how that looks. I think having lighting in your map can be very important. It gives it a whole new atmosphere at nighttime. It's definitely something you should take into mind when building these maps. It's very easy to forget about. So I really love this. You did a great job, so well done. Next up here, we have the Oracle Oasis by Philo Green 1412. This is a map that demonstrates how levels in a park can just create a whole different look and dimension. I think the levels in this are fantastic. I love all the different kind of, well, levels. It looks great. So I like all the buildings, all the details are fantastic. I wish there was some sort of support work going on the coaster. Like there we have a floating loop, which I just think looks a bit weird, but I just really like the map as a whole. So I kind of looked past that, the lack of supports there. Some great details, a great idea. I think it's worked out really well. It reminds me a little bit of Chiapas at Phantasialand. I don't know if that was an inspiration or not, but I really like it. I like what you did. We've got some stalls and shops in there, and we've got a little flat ride there down at the bottom, a flying carpet, I believe. So that's really nice as well. The depot's hidden there at the back behind all those rocks. Here's a little look at nighttime as well. Again, got a very nice warm glow going on at nighttime here to create a nice atmosphere down in that little village. Next up, we have a map in from a previous winner. This is Astrotron Flight of the Banshee, a nod to Avatar, of course, and also a nod to the world of Pandora at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I have been there myself and I absolutely love it, and I can see all the kind of references and things that have gone into this from the movie and from Animal Kingdom. Absolutely love it. Did some great foliage work. The rock work is impeccable. It's fantastic. And the support work as well on the coaster has been really well done. Of course, Avatar is very pretty at night time, so you've absolutely nailed that. I think the atmosphere looks great. Something really random, I just feel like maybe some fireflies would have been really good laid out with some mist or something, just to kind of create a bit more of an atmosphere and give the park a little bit more animation. When I think of Avatar, I think of those little things flying around, but like that's so nitpicky to say, but I love it. Great map. Again, Astro's builds are always solid, always great. And if you want to check out how he built this as well, you can head over to his YouTube channel and see how he did it. Next up here, we have another previous winner. This is Robo Flamingo with Planet RF7. This map was also a desert map. Absolutely fantastic. This wins the award for like the best trigger effect, because when the coaster like passes some of the desert sand areas, the sand kicks up from under the train, which is such a cool little detail. These little kind of things that he thinks of are just amazing. It really amazes me how he does stuff. This map, as you can see, looks a bit more simple, but actually when you head into it and have a look, there's some really fantastic details. All the pillars are made out of tiny bones and stuff. All these little pieces put together create to this amazing detail that Robo does with his maps. One of my favorite bits was actually the kind of tunnel structure around the lift hill. That looked great. I love the support work, and also there is a track ride in this which looks like the carts are kind of just going out into the desert because it's sunken under the ground. It looks amazing, and of course at night time as well. Typical Robo Flamingo, just nailed it with the colors and the lighting, so great map from you. So in at third place, we have Reign of Kong by Dan Amberley, also a previous winner of the Diorama Challenge. This map is obviously based on Kong and Skull Island, some great movies if you haven't watched them. Fantastic. I'm going to give this map the award for the best support work. I think it looks amazing, like all the little ropes that have been wrapped around the supports really give it its own unique style. So I really appreciate that. We've got some great details in there and some great nods to the movie. We've got some helicopters coming in, and we also got Kong holding one of the helicopters, which is on fire, which looks really, really cool. And the actual Kong himself is completely made out of bushes to kind of give him like a fur texture, which I think is a great idea. And that Kong is just massive. Like, it does dominate the map, but I think what you cleverly did was made the rocks high, so it really balances it out, so it doesn't look like it's standing out. So that was really, really nice. The map has a great layout as well, and I like the kind of the building that you did that covers the depot, which is very similar to what they have at Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. Some great nighttime views there as well, some great lighting, so it was a great map sent in from you. So in its second place here, we have Spirited Away by Mr. Unit 64, and Mr. Unit is also a previous Diorama Challenge winner. This map is obviously based on the anime film Spirited Away, and it is fantastic. It's so clean, the map is just like really pretty, every detail has been done, nothing's been left unfinished, and I absolutely love the support work and all the little buildings. And guess what, guys? This map is 100% vanilla. There are no mods at all, so everything you see in there has been done with vanilla pieces using Freedom 2000 and also Construction Anarchy to just give you a bit more freedom with those pieces. But the buildings are fantastic. We've got the bathhouse there in the corner and some of the other details. If you are familiar with the film, then you could see some of the nods to it in there. I just think it's a very pretty map. It's been very well put together. I love the layout and the flow, and I love that you took a slice down it diagonal with the water, which I think gives it like a really unique look. No one else did that. Like, I did water across the front, but I did it straight. So doing it on the diagonal was a really cool idea. And here's a little look here at nighttime as well. Very nice lighting, very nice warm colors throughout the pathing and everything, which gives it a nice atmosphere as well at nighttime. Solid map, really great. So thank you very much. So in at first place, obviously it's all down to personal taste, I guess, but this is Pierre with Distill Watching the Swarm, and he is also a previous Diorama winner. This map is just so fantastic. I absolutely love the idea and the theme has been nailed. Like, it's so good. I'm going to show you some screenshots as well so you can get a closer look at some of the details. But like, the actual theme is like this underground excavation, and it's just been done so well. We've got this really cool gradient going on throughout the track, which is a really cool thing. I've seen you do it before on other maps, so it's not nothing new for me from you, but I really like it. I think it works out really well, and it really kind of goes well with all the colors in the rocks and the kind of alien creature that you can see there on the right hand side. The pathwork's fantastic. We've got this stripy kind of edging around it, which gives it that kind of like underground excavation look. We've got some really cool pieces of theming as well. We've got like this elevator shaft coming in as the park entrance, some really cool custom made kind of like excavation cars and things. The queue line for the coaster is really interesting as well. It kind of dips around in the rocks and past different little theming elements. So I'm just going to show you some pictures now. So the lift hill is actually a crane, so that's really cool. We've got the excavation kind of vehicle here, which is the entrance to the coaster. And also we've got this really cool building over here which hides the depot. It just ties in so well. And like the elevator shaft here, which is the park entrance, just a genius idea. Here's a little look here at nighttime as well. We've got this alien being lit up there on the side, and we've got all these little kind of creatures and these gems that are lighting up. I just thought this map was just solid, had a great layout, a great idea, and it was really well executed, and I just loved everything about it. So thank you for that one. So here is my version. This is Nord, and this was based on Grönalund in Sweden, a real life theme park. I didn't necessarily go with like a theme for my map. I just kind of wanted to build a pretty park. So that's what I went for. I really focused on the support work and trying to make that look as cool as possible. Got a little harbour marina there on the side, some nice buildings. And yeah, I just wanted to just work with just building something kind of realistic. That's what I wanted to do this month. And if you haven't already, I did do a little series on my YouTube channel where I built this entire map, if you want to watch that. I've got two drop towers there. One is a Skyfall and the other one is a launch tower. Definitely a nod to the real life park. And at the back of the park there, as you can see, is a custom carousel. And there's also a vintage cars ride in the bottom that weaves around all the trees and around the bottom of the coaster. Here's a little look at nighttime as well. Just some basic lighting. Everything is lit up, all the shops and all the rides and everything, but I did everything in white to just make it look just one look and really pretty. I didn't want to have bright colors everywhere like a fun fair, so that's kind of what I went for. So here is the May 2021 challenge. We have a great map designed by Dan Amberley on Discord. This is based on those new Intamin designs like the racing monorail coasters. So that's a really, really cool thing. Of course, the rules as always, you cannot change the layout of these coasters, you cannot move the depot, and you cannot move the park entrance, but you are welcome to use mods. You can change the trains on the track, and you can also move the entrance and exits on the actual ride itself. You can do whatever theme you like. There is a submission form down below in the description box, so all you have to do is fill that out when you are finished and send it to me. I recommend that you build this map in Scenario Editor so that you can cover up the depot and do whatever you like. That really helps out. Have fun building. I can't wait to see what you build, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all next time here on my channel for another episode. Bye!